Have you enough for the cold weather?
No, it's not that
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have Suzann Petterson with us. She's just shot a superb 3-under par 69. Congratulations. You must be very pleased with that.
Yeah, today was a very solid round of golf. I felt I was in 100% control of the ball, the flight, the spin, everything you need to do under conditions like this. So this ranks pretty high of a good round of golf for me.
I mean, how difficult were the conditions out there? Becoming increasingly difficult?
Well, this will probably be the first time we really see the wind coming from this direction. So that itself is a challenge because you really haven't played it like this. But obviously with this wind, the first 5-6 holes plays a fraction bit easier than yesterday. And then as soon as you turn the corner around the lighthouse, you hit the wall on 12. It's really tough. The ball's not flying anywhere into the wind. It's a lot of crosswinds. If you can kind of control the spin and hold some of the shots up against the wind, you very want them like you're screwed.
You finished tied fourth a couple of years ago, tied second last year. You had a good week last week. You must beginning to feel as if you can play links golf rather well.
Yeah, I feel like this year it's been a good preparation for me. Decided to go play Scottish. Never done that before, to kind of play back-to-back weeks in Scotland. It all went really well. Was very close to winning, played great golf. I feel like my game adjusted quite quickly to the links. But every day is a different game on the links course like today. And like I said, today was a completely different day than yesterday. The 4 or 5 last finishing holes here today is playing. It's a beast. So very happy with 3-under.
Thank you. We'll open it to questions. We have the microphones as usual, so please use them. Suzann.
Could you just give us a couple examples of some really difficult shots in the wind that you were impressed yourself today even?
Well, you can the yardage just doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you have 140 yards. If you have to chip a 5-iron, you have to chip a 5-iron. It's all about how you can control the spin. On 12, I had 156 yards. I knew forehand wasn't going to get there, and I said to James, I don't really want to hit the hybrid. He says, I don't know, but long is better. Hit a great little stinger hybrid, 150 yards. That was impressive. So I said to my dad, I just hit my hybrid 150 yards. He goes, but did you hit it solid? I'm like, I flushed it. So, I mean, the ball's not flying anywhere. It's cold. Today is a day where you try to make it easy on yourself. I had a very pain-free round, kept myself out of trouble, had a lot of looks. It's tough to putt as well in conditions like this, so easy part is a nice thing.
Where did that shot land?
150 yards was like 3 yards short of the green. It's kind of sad when you actually post like it's very close.
Suzann, how much of your decision to really overhaul your game and go to Butch was about events like this, the majors?
I always felt like I had a different gear in my body. I've said it many times, I feel some of my best golf is still ahead of me. To get there, I feel like going to Butch was the right thing. One, from a technical standpoint, simplify everything, ease up the kind of pressure on my body. I feel like I've had a lot of injuries throughout the years. This year the few things I've had is just kind of small things still hanging from last year. But I can practice more than I ever could before. My body doesn't get tight, it doesn't get sore. And I think Butch is a great teacher, but he's also a fantastic coach. And I guess that's what also a lot of the guys would say. He really makes you believe that you are a good player. And at this point, I feel like only the best teacher is good enough. So I'm very happy to work with Butch.
Suzann, The last 2 years, as Colin said, you finished top 5 in this event. Prior to that, your results perhaps didn't reflect your ability. Is there something you've specifically done to change that around, or is it just a case that in the past you had some bad conditions or something?
I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, I'm learning. And I guess that's why this game is so great. Every year you learn something different, how you can kind of maneuver yourself around a golf course. I'm probably playing a bit smarter. I feel this course is a lot about tee balls. It's not really necessary to squeeze the ball in between some bunkers if you can lay up short of it and take trouble out. So that's kind of my strategy this week. It's worked out pretty well so far. We've dealt with the wind good, and I don't feel like I've hit any shots not being 100% clear of what I tried to do, so that's also nice.
When you mentioned that you're able to practice a lot more than you ever had, is that because of the changes in your swing that have enabled your body to hold up? Can you kind of tell us why that is?
It's just a much easier move. Mentally, it's probably never been this easy for me. Very easy to maintain the quality of my practice. I don't feel like the thoughts and the swing thoughts kind of changes from day to day. It's very consistent. I mean, literally, the first thing we worked on is still what we're just kind of nibbling on, to be honest. It's just nice to have somebody who can really push you and kind of take nothing but great success as like the ultimate goal. So I'm very happy. I mean, Butch has pushed me quite a lot. He'll give it to me if I don't play well. For sure.
Could you give us kind of the Reader's Digest of what you initially started working on that you're still nibbling at with your swing?
Say again?
Just in short, what it is that you've changed in your swing that you guys...
Well, I'm a lot wider. I'm much shallower, which is why I hit it a lot further. It's literally handshake, you know. It's super simple. He's trying to bring back the simpleness. I'm trying to mess it up as much as I can, but he's pretty good at kind of getting me back on track. But under conditions like today, I mean, you don't go out there and think about technical stuff. You're trying to kind of be in control of the shot you're gonna hit. Like I said, I mean, you can have 100 yards and you might chip a 8-iron. So I mean, trying to be a perfect golfer out there today is not the thing, and that's probably what I've realized and kind of makes me play better around courses like this.
Suzann, how big a trauma is it to change a coach?
It's pretty easy. You pick up the phone, you ask if you can come for a lesson, and hopefully they say yes.
And getting rid of the previous incumbent, how do you do that?
No, I mean, I was ready to move on. I was ready for a new chapter in my life. I played well for 6 years with Led as my coach, but I couldn't be happier of where I'm now. I just think doing the move that I did will lengthen my career. I always thought playing through the Olympics would be a good goal for me. But now feeling and seeing what I can do differently and how easy I can do stuff, it definitely has changed my perspective of my own career. I have a lot of goals left out there that I want to achieve, so yeah.
Could we get the details of the 3 birdies and the solitary bogey, please? Second hole?
Second hole, I hit an 8-iron to 3 inches. On number 3, I hit a 3-wood to 20 feet, 2-putted. On 6, I 3-putted. I missed the 4-footer for par. 7, I hit an 8-iron to about 20 feet, 2-putted. 17 was a tap-in birdie.
Any more questions, Bethan?
When was your first lesson with Butch? And what are the goals now that you've reset, now that you see yourself playing longer?
My first lesson with Butch was on my way back to the US from Taiwan. So I went straight from Taiwan to Vegas, and I thought it was nice to kind of get started on kind of, it's going to be new fields, and instead of waiting until the season was over, for me there was no point to wait. I felt like I was ready, long overdue. So played in Mexico and CME with kind of a complete new mindset, and then had a great off season. I played pretty good all year. I mean, just putting it all together and being patient. I'm only half a year into kind of the new things, and now things are starting to settle down pretty nicely. So, and my goals, I want to try and become the best I can be. So it's better than I am now, hopefully.
Any more questions? Suzann, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I think Radio 5.
Yeah.